Hey guys, welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, and welcome back to the final Paladin quest of Stormblood. The finals of the Ool Cup. Level 70 quest, Raising the Sword. We get some Gil, armor, and the Passage of Arms. Let's have a talk with the Guild Master, shall we? It's official, Strife. The Colosseum has agreed to host the Ool Cup final anew. In the interests of maintaining excitement, things are already in motion, and lest you wonder, Ode has since been abbreviated by the brass blades and has to hide his producings. Aedis has been informed and makes ready even as we speak. You should likewise. Okay. It's time to get our ass kicked by the best gladiator the world's ever seen. Now, we already beat Ruban. I mean, he did have one arm at the time, but that's fine. This is it, my lord. No more sudden changes of plan. Are you ready to proceed? I am indeed ready to proceed. Let us fight. So we enter the arena. My elf friend watching, and other people who I apparently know. And the Sultana. Ladies and gentlemen, finally at long last, the moment you've all been waiting for. The Ool Cup Final! Before this starts, I want you to know something. It's true. Black Lotus is actually Aedis, the sword of Nadal. What? Black Lotus, I must ask you to remove your helm. Foul's balls. There's no need to invoke Foul's balls. It's really him. What'll happen now? Nothing'll happen, that's what. Once expelled, a gladiator may not fight in the Colosseum again. There's no match. Aye, that's right. All this time it was me. I'm the last person who needs to be reminded of my own banishment. If you must call it off, call it the final, then so be it. I'll not argue. Nevertheless, I ask you this. Will you not let Strife and I fight? We promised to give you a match that the bards shall long sing of. Let's frickin' do it, dude. Oh, come on. One of the greatest swordsmen of our age is about to cross swords with a fabled hero. And you have even think about it. Everyone here must be aching to see them fight. Is it not so? If there is any indication of dishonest conduct, I shall take his head myself. But well, I mean, you already lost to him, so, I mean, that doesn't really hold much in that, but okay. But give him a chance, I say. Remember the incredible performances they've given us thus far? Imagine how much finer it will be. The first sword speaks. Oh no, wait. What was his voice? The first sword speaks true. That once in a lifetime event, 'twould be a crying shame to have it end like this. Aye, listen to Marilia. I come here for a final. I want one, damn it. Me too. You're the one who fucking blabbed your big ass mouth. Watch this since I was a lad. I want to watch him fight again. Let it happen. Rules be damned. The Sultana's about to speak up. She's like, I have no objections, Strife. What? Of course I want to fight him, Sultana. You ever know me to not fight a dude, Sultana? anger in combat seems to be the first thing we all jump to. What are you talking about? I must confess that I too have awaited the match with bated breath. There will be time enough afterwards. I'm about to ask where Ruban is, but I guess he's in Alamiga at the moment. There you have it, Aels. You have the blessing of all present. I can't remember what he did to get kicked out. Don't ever change, Milea. Come, Strife. Your opponent is the Sword of Nard. Oh shit, look, he's using his sword as well. That's a nice sword. That's a cool ass sword, you gotta admit. It's real nice. I really like his outfit, actually. His outfit's real nice. Okay. Time to fight our old master, so to speak. Wasn't really our master. The guild master was always our teacher, I suppose. Ah, yeah, okay. The music's got this all down and everything. This is gonna be freaking sweet. Let's get some holy spirits in his face with the 8 seconds we got. Ow. Oh! Oh! That's a cool AoE. I like that. They should use that a lot. They should use that a lot more. That's a cool one. What the hell? Alright. Alright. I'm leaving that. Ow. Try to block your fast blade. How'd you feel about that, huh? How'd you feel about me blocking your blade? Bet you feel pretty embarrassed, don't you, huh? But you're like, oh, you blocked my blade. I'm so embarrassed. Oh shit, I freaking... Oh no, I didn't. Oh, that's a bad. That's a bad. No, 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 no. Jeez. What a badass. Well, let's get a few holy spirits in. Alright. We've not actually got a super amount of MP left, so jeez, alright, 4 wins. Over here, come on. Oh no, you've stunned me. This again? Alright. Off I go! Go, 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 go! Sentinel. Yeah, that's right. You got shit on me this time. Hit you with another goring blade. Alright. Oh crap. Why did he turn? That seems like a bug. And we'll finish off a Holy Spirit. Oh, a 10k Holy Spirit. That's pretty nice. One more. Bam. Finish it all with a fast blade. And the champion of the All Cup, Strife Zolka. Seeing the Syndicate won their bloody money anyway, because I won the game. A magnificent performance from start to finish, with exquisite blade work I have seldom beheld. Now then, perchance have you heard of a champion who would be awarded a rare tome? One that holds secret techniques of the first captain of the Soul Sworn? Sure. Pass on, if you'd be so kind. Ahem. If I must speak plain, Your Grace, the tome does not exist. Oh! She's embarrassed. Well, well. I see what you did there, Master Papan. You received not only the Sultan's Stakens tournament, but his vision as well. What? Seems a history lesson is in order. During his reign, Sultan Siegen, Siegen, oh my god, invited swordsmen of all lands to Uldar to fight in his very own elite tournaments. In time, such tournaments came to affect the sellswords, giving rise to a national institution and the grand division of the Colosseum. Whilst in defining development of Uldar, the historians believe that it is bringing together expert swordsmen, that the Sultan's true intent was to advise gladiatorial arts. But when the balance of power shifted away from the royalists, the royal house lost access to the enormous funds needed to host the grand tournaments. The revival of the Ul Cup, the promise of a non-existent prize of all it was in emulation of Sultan Segen's vision. Sorry for butchering the names, I'm awful with them. I'm awful with words to begin with, right? Names is a whole nother level of terribleness. You're most perceptive, Edlis. A true purpose in bringing together the highest names of swordsplay is to rise the gladiatorial arts higher, the Sultan once did. And though we walk in his footsteps, our destination lies a little further, for it is my hope that not only Uldar, but Eorzea as a whole is strengthened. From the Gallian masons of the beast tribes and their primals, this realm is faced with numerous threats. If we were to protect our homes and loved ones, we must keep our blades sharp and our shields strong. Forgive me, Your Grace. Had you known there was neither tome nor technique, I feared you would not consult to the tournament. You should have consulted me from the first. As it stands, I'm fucking embarrassed. My dear Strife, speak to me your desire. I shall do my utmost to bestow it. Nothing. Alright, a pardon for this asshole. A noblest request befitting your kind-hearted self. Yeah, I grant it. However, there is one thing I would know. I am given to understand that you were sentenced to exile for being party to bribery. Is this true? It is, Your Grace. I see. Very well then. I, numero ul namo, Sultana of Uldar, do solemnly absolve you of all your crimes. Well, and everyone's just okay with that? Everyone's happy as Larry? Our fair nation has need of men of your strength and skill, now more than ever. 'Twould be unconsolable to cast you aside. Yeah, I think he's learnt his lesson. And to you, Champion Strife, I offer my joyous congratulations. Your victory this day shall long remain in our hearts and minds. I offer you this armor and this technique. Though the tournament has come to a close, I pray that all of you shall ever strive to raise your art higher, for the good of all the realm. Clap, 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 clap. I would love like a tournament side quest. That would be really, really cool. Just like a side story with a bunch of trials, or not even, doesn't even have to be trials. It just could be really, really cool fights, like one-on-one fights. And you could be any class you want, and it's just like a tournament arc. That would be really, really fun to do, actually. You're even stronger than Uncle Audie. If I'm going to challenge you one day, I'm going to have to train extra hard. To think such a motivated exit of our tournament. A motive existed for the tournament. We gladiators too must endeavour to do our part for the greater good of the realm. Hear, hear, my dear. Ah, the things one must do to arrange a simple match with Strife. Judging by how quickly... Dude, you could have just asked. Quickly to improve in a short time. It's been 4 years, dude. Anyway, we've had to fought, but a fewer days earlier. I'd like to think it would have come out on top. So I'm good to return to the Colosseum? You have Her Grace's personal endorsement. I'd say that is about as good as it can get. And a finalist in the Ul Cup, you would draw decent crowds. Glad to have you back. Haha, I never dreamed this day would come. Well, I suppose I shall resume my wanderings. What? You've given a royal pardon, yet you're leaving Uldar again? Malaya, you watched Strife and I fight. For all my training during my travels, all the hardships I subjected myself to, I was no match for him. Your sword is pretty cool, dude. I want your sword. My sword's pretty cool too. What was I doing? I got distracted by swords. 'Tis plain I still want for experience, for knowledge and skill. I won't be at peace until I gain it. Surely you understand this. Yes, but... Worry not, Milena. I will visit whenever I can. After all, there's a filly back home who whines insensibly after me. Well, she's really pissed off about that. Dude, she would kick your ass. Well, I mean, clearly you actually beat her in a tournament, but be careful. And you, my free paladin friend, not only did you oblige me with a match, you rescued my boy, defended my honor. Besides for all that, I cannot thank you enough. I learned much and more. Alright, from our encounter. I should be glad if you got something out of it too. Kindly do I look forward to our next meeting, when we can simply square off, with no complicating factors to distract us. You saying you're distracted? I'm pretty sure I just kicked your ass. Sweet! Alright, so alright, law-wise there's no time, but we still got a skill anyway. Crossing swords, the realm's finest. Raised your strength. Cool. Passage of Arms. Okay, great. So we got Passage of Arms, which is up there. A Knight in Shining Armor, free. Let's have a look. What did we get a title with that one? The All Cup Champion. That's a cool one. I like that title. So this is a skill. If I use this here, bam. Right now, you see all that area behind you on the floor, like the little grid bit on the floor. If you stand in that as a party member, you will take 85% less damage. You will suffer 85% of all damage inflicted. 85% of all suffered inflicted. Okay. Behind you, in which party members will only suffer 85%. So it takes 15%. It's not a lot. If I've understood that correctly. In any case, you can use it for like massive arena hits, stuff like that. I like the idea of it. It's a cool skill for a paladin to have. It's not necessarily a a super needed skill. Maybe I'm incorrect in saying that. Like I said, I'm very new to the whole paladin thing. But I like it anyway. It does secure that thing as a true paladin, so we say. Infantry, oh yeah. You should just ignore all that. That's fine. Just ignore all that shit. Let's use this. That gives us all this stuff. Alright, let's equip all this and see how it all looks, shall we? There we go, there we go. There we go, and there we go. That's a really cool outfit. I really like this outfit. The cape is actually isn't velcroed to you. It looked like it was velcroed to you beforehand. That's really fucking nice. That's a nice kit. I'm not a big fan of the headband. That's fine. I can always replace that with my goggles. The shield. looks okay. I'm not too sure about this like Lala Angel on the front here. I'm not sure about that. The sword itself looks pretty cool. I really like this outfit. Only issue, my tail. My tail does, in fact, clip through this gear. That's somewhat an issue. Because it looks really freaking cool. It's just a shame that my tail clips through the cape. I kind of wish that it didn't have to remove my tail, but it just made it go down further, perhaps. Or there's like a little bit more of a bump in the cape or something. Like anything to not make that happen, because that's really annoying. Because I love my tail, and I will never ever remove or forsake my tail. It's upsetting that my tail clips through everything. I imagine this is how Auras feel with their horns clipping through helmets all the time. It's an issue. It's an issue Square Enix needs to sort. Paladin overall, I actually really like it. I like it, well, I say I really like it. I like it enough. I like it a lot more than when I did in A Realm Reborn. Which in A Realm Reborn was hatred, and I didn't want to see the thing or ever use it, ever, because I couldn't. I literally couldn't do it. I was much more partial to Warrior, and I was much more partial to Dark Knight. This has come about now. I'm liking it. I like the different amounts of it. It's a lot better. It's a lot easier to hold hate. If you are worrying about leveling a Paladin, people say it's a lot harder to level a Paladin. This skill here, the Shield Oath and the Sword Oath, have actually been swapped around. So now this is level 35 and this is 30, rather than it being vice versa. So that's actually really, really good, because it's just so much easier to hold hate, especially if you're a new tank, especially if you're new to tanking, because tanking is not always the easiest thing in the world. It's not always the easiest thing to recognize or the easiest thing to get started with, you know. And I know a lot of people start off as Gladiator, not even realizing that they are a tank, you know. But I think if you stick with it, it is a good class. The Oath gauge in itself, we've always talked about this Oath gauge in some regard. The Oath gauge is not good. It's not really needed. I think it's kind of pointless. The only thing I really use it for is Sheltron. So I don't really like it at all. I think they could take that away completely and not bother with it and just put Sheltron on a cooldown. Basically, Intervention could also just go on a cooldown. It could just go on a cooldown. I don't need Oath. The Oath has been shoehorned in there, the whole entire bar itself. I like the idea of it showing me the differences when I switch. If I switch like that, it tells me a difference. I like that. But other than that, I don't really care for the extra bar. That's my thoughts on that. But anyway, Bard next. Hopefully, hopefully nothing changes and Bard comes next. I like this skill. It looks very, very cool. Thank you guys so much for watching. A lot of stuff extra coming on the channel. Hopefully you're enjoying that. Let me know in the comments below if you're enjoying the Final Fantasy these like mini series. I'm still toying around with the idea of a crafting one. I may do like level worker or something just to see and just check it out, see if you guys like it or not. But let me know in the comments below if you guys like to see that as well. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, leave a like and a comment down below. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.